Hello friends, today we'll be sharing with you on the topic breaking bad habits. So we'll be looking at steps to lasting change. You don't break bad habits by wishing. You break them by renewing your mind and relying on God's grace. We all have bad habits we're not proud of, whether it's procrastination, it's anger, laziness, overspending, or negative thinking, or unhealthy attachments. But the good news is this: freedom is possible and change is achievable. Romans chapter 12 and verse 2, it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." So transformation is not instant. It's a process that begins with your thoughts and ends with your choices. One of the first steps that you need to take is you need to acknowledge the habit honestly. You can't overcome what you're still denying. In Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 13, he said, "He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy." Lasting change begins with honesty before God and with yourself. Second step you need to take is you need to identify the triggers. What situations, emotions, or people draw you into the habit? So be watchful of that. In Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41, it said, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation." Avoiding temptation begins with understanding how it operates. The third step you need to take is you have to replace. Don't just remove. You don't just stop a bad habit, you replace it with a godly one. In Ephesians chapter 4 verse 22 down to verse 24, he said, "Put off the old man and be renewed and put on the new man." Instead of complaining, start being grateful. Instead of scrolling endlessly, start reading the word. The first step you need to take is you need to use the power of the word. You can't will your way out. You word your way out. In Psalm chapter 119 verse 11, it said, "Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee." Meditate on scriptures that align with the change you want to see. So the fifth step you need to take is you have to stay accountable. Healing and growth happen better in community. In Ecclesiastes chapter 4 from verse 9 down to verse 10, he said, "Two are better than one. If one fall, the other will lift up his fellow." So find a mentor, a friend, a group that encourages you to stay on track. Now, sixth step that you need to take is you need to rely on God's grace daily. Willpower will fail, grace won't. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 9, he said, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." So when you fall, don't stay down. Lean into his strength, repent and rise again. I have a final encouragement for you. Breaking bad habits is a spiritual and mental process. It takes faith, discipline, and divine help. The journey may not be smooth, but with God, it's always possible. Start small, start today, and don't stop. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media handles at bros_J_001 on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And don't forget to tag along anyone you know this will be of benefit to. God bless you.